Oh, what's up, guys? This is our first episode of the podcast, Friends and Shit, where a few friends come around and we talk about some shit.
Just three of us this week. Might as well go ahead and introduce ourselves. My name's Jacob.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Matthias.
And we're basically three high school friends who live in the Seattle area, and we started a podcast. It's fine. No, I mean, obviously not.
Let me just, if you're gonna want to come over to suburban area, you know,
bedroom's open. My alarm code's 1834.
Yeah, exactly.
We're out from the 29th to.
Anyways, high school friends, seniors, and we created a podcast. So we're just gonna talk about random shit. We obviously have a focus in the entertainment sector, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely entertainment. And actually, our theme for today is going to be a
the
year
porn
of
industry.
remembrance.
That's not really the best.
No, Tyler, that was the other podcast.
Different podcast,
shit, guys.
Different film category.
But
the Bible Black Club podcast.
And this is why I'm deciding whether or not Tyler's ever going to make a
reappearance.
I think we probably earned the iTunes explicit tag in that statement already.
So media. Let's talk about movies.
There's a few good movies this year.
I think this year was really good for movies.
I kind of want to disagree in the sense that I was listening to some people talk about this, and it was the year of big movies that didn't do well. Iron Man 3,
I was just going to say that,
Ender's Game. These were like really high budget movies.
Huge budgets. I mean, we're talking...
Yeah, and I guess Catching Fire was kind of the same story, is that they were movies that were meant to make tons of money, and they're all sequels that were... I guess Ender's Game is probably a new movie, but huge amounts of money were spent for movies that did average.
What is the movie, the Johnny Depp movie, that Tim Burton directed that did absolutely just horrible? You know what I'm talking about. But they spent a ridiculous amount of money, both in the budget of the movie and actually promoting it, and it was one of the biggest flops and biggest setbacks for Johnny Depp and Tim Burton ever, and it absolutely tanked.
The Lone Ranger?
Yeah, Lone Ranger.
Yeah, that was
absolutely horrible.
It turned out to be pretty bad.
And I guess it was Disney's first entry into a movie since Pirates of the Caribbean, which were just movies that have done like incredibly successful for them.
I think The Lone Ranger is a remake, though, isn't it?
It may have been, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a remake of a classic. So, talking about other just horrible big budget movies, Pacific Rim.
I didn't see it.
No. You saying Pacific Rim was terrible?
I just
did you go see
not stand it. So obvious.
I did see it, and you go into that movie, you got to suspend some disbelief. It's the underdog movie about the underdog race with the underdog robot. And you know it's gonna be shit going in, but that's like you gotta appreciate the effects. But that's just me. Sometimes I like corny movies.
This is me talking. There's huge monsters. Let's build huge robots to fight them.
Yeah,
no, stop.
Apparently, I didn't see the movie, but there was some criticism that there had to be two people driving like the right and left side of the brain, and like if someone could create these robots, why wouldn't they just make it so like one person could drive the fucking robot?
It was pretty flawed.
Because robots, that's why. But
it was just one of those movies. I probably have no intention of seeing it, but there are these movies I don't know what category to make them in that are made for the audience that really doesn't care for the story and
lowest common denominator.
And they're entertained by explosions and stuff. And I watched some shit movie with like Sylvester Stallone called like Bullet to the Head. And it was with my family and like my extended family, and probably who I'd put in the category like people who watch movies because they see guns and explosions and that's entertaining to them.
That's my extended family too.
And it bothers me since they're not going to get anything out of like a quality movie, but like Pacific Rim, that shit movie, Bullet to the Head, like Valentine's Day with Love or whatever.
Oh, From Russia with Love.
Oh, whatever. Sure, people love that movie, but there's just no story at all.
And you know what?
That says something about film, though. I mean, it's like people make movies to sell as opposed to make quality movies, and I think it's a special movie where it does both.
And along that same line, I showed my family. I had heard about the movie Moon, which both of you guys really, really like, or you haven't seen it yet.
No, I've seen it. Matthias hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
Okay,
it is. I know, and it's an indie movie that was never a big movie, but it is
three actors in the whole movie.
By far,
really? Are there only?
That's it.
By far, my favorite movie of all time.
It's an incredible movie, and I showed my family that, and
how is there three actors? There's the main character,
and then there's a voice.
Well, that's just a voice, so there's only 2 characters.
Well, no, because he gets a thing from his wife too. That's a third.
Oh, I guess you can consider that. Yeah.
But
Alright, cool,
they
guys.
just did not get it, and I spent the better part of 10 minutes trying to explain after the movie, and they walked away thinking that was the stupidest movie ever, and it's a phenomenal movie. I recommend
But it's
that.
just like a disconnect between people who appreciate good film and people who have like these expectations of what good film should be, and the second that there's not those explosions, it's all of a sudden not good film.
Mm-hmm.
One of the we're not getting into spoiler territory about Moon, but one of the most incredible parts of that movie, I thought, was how the artificial intelligence was like so personable, and it was like so amazingly done. I don't know. I'd highly suggest watching it. I know it's on like things such as Crackle and where you can watch a movie for free, so I definitely check that out.
Alright, so getting back to 2013, The Great Gatsby. Anyone here seen that besides me?
No.
I did not see that movie.
It was an interesting take.
I know. I heard they changed part of the storyline from the book.
I haven't read the book. I'd say I felt like it was a good use of film, and a lot of just color and extravagant stuff. But at the same time, it's not something that you're gonna remember forever. It was good, but it was forgettable.
I saw the picture. I thought you were talking about Don John or whatever the movie. That was a porn movie, wasn't it?
This is our Bible Black podcast. It's talking about Don John as well.
Who's the actor in that? I really like.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
He was phenomenal in Looper, and I just like him as an actor.
No, he's really good.
He was in another movie,
Magic Mike.
No. There's one that he's on. Is about this underground bike gang that has to run letters across the city or some
did
shit.
You see it?
I saw that it was
previews.
coming out. Yeah, I didn't actually go
hit
see
by
it.
a car. Oh god, it looks so bad.
It looked like one of the, it looked like the movie that Megan Fox was in after she became famous.
It's like The Transporter for someone that's not.
Oh my god,
rich I haven't
by
a car.
Yeah, exactly.
Was The Transporter a good movie?
They made 4. The third one was shit.
That's the key. If you make 4, you're just losing quality.
It's just no. By the 4th one, it gets better.
Now, one movie we all saw, World War Z.
Oh my god.
Did you read the book? Do you want to read the book?
I did.
I read it
a
long time ago.
From what I understood, the book was extremely good.
The book was fantastic.
It is a good book. I'll give it that.
The way they did the book, they did it in little anecdotes as a journalist going across the world, trying to piece together the mystery of how
it's more about trying to make sense of the whole thing.
Yeah, and the way Max Brooks, I think, is the guy who wrote it. Really, really good. But the way that they did it in the film, totally different. They did a storyline front to back following one protagonist who was kind of shit.
It seems like it's one of those movies. Matthias and I talked about this when we were watching the Saw movies, and Saw. People are going to think it's a really bad movie, but there was such a good underlying story, I felt like. But Matthias and I agreed that those type of movies would be perfect for an HBO miniseries. And I feel like what you just described, where there'd be stories of people. Really
I think that's a great point, though. World War Z could have been a really successful short series, almost like Band of Brothers or something with a definite end. But just episodes is good for that kind of thing. One thing I couldn't stop thinking of when I was watching the movie, though, what's the movie with Tom Cruise? Where the
Mission Impossibles?
No, where it's a doomsday movie.
Oh,
War of the Worlds?
Yeah,
War
of the Worlds.
I like that movie.
No, nothing against the movie. I think it's decent. But
the ending was shit.
But what I'm talking about is I just literally Brad Pitt's role as father in World War Z was just. I don't know. I just
the father that isn't with their kids the entire time. He calls them over, and we're supposed to feel emotionally attached, and they're chilling on a boat, all cool. And
but I felt like Brad Pitt just literally did the exact same role. I don't know. He just stole Tom Cruise's everything on that. Not that it was amazing, but
how accurate was the War of the Worlds to the book?
I did not.
Never read the book.
Neither did I.
War of the Worlds.
But I felt like do you remember the ending of the World of the Worlds?
They kill the stuff, don't they?
Well, they just
take it
die.
To space.
No. The World of the Worlds, I don't remember what happened exactly.
Took it to space.
But I just watched a movie recently, and you remember the part he gets kind of sucked up into the thing and he blows up with a grenade, and then they go to the city and they just die for some reason. But
it's more to it than that. It's more to it. You missed something.
Two movies that I actually like to talk about. Olympus Has Fallen and White House Down.
Same exact movie.
It's the same movie.
2 weeks apart or something like that.
Why would they make those movies?
You know the directors were just eating dinner one night and they're like, yeah, so I'm making a movie of it. And then the other one just drops a spoon, just, no.
No,
it's like,
fucking...
oh,
have you
shit.
seen, did you see either one of them?
I saw part of one and I walked out because it was that bad.
Oh, really?
You walked out?
I walked
I've never
out.
done
That's
that
how
in a movie.
shitty it was.
I have walked out.
The one, it was the one I saw was with the black president who's supposed to be all hip and he's like, get off my Jordans. That's the one I walked out on.
He said get off.
Yes.
More.
That was White House Down. I think.
That was the one I walked out.
One of them had Channing Tatum, didn't it?
Yeah, I think that was White House Down. That was.
I saw Olympus Has Fallen.
Did you?
It's just one of those movies that was. We just talked about
Looks
it. The boom
forgettable.
Explosion.
Oh,
I mean, it was
made
good.
me so
it was
mad.
good for the hour and a half I watched it on the plane. Would I go home watch it on 1080p now?
That made me so mad that they had the exact same set. It was ridiculous. One movie I did see that I actually really, really liked. We're the Millers. I don't know if you guys have
Did
seen
you really
that.
see that with the mom strips
did.
for the cartel?
Yeah, it was fucking funny, and I didn't think it was going to be that funny.
It
but
looked pretty bad in my opinion.
No, I thought so too. But it was made by the same people who made Coffee Town, which is a college humor movie. And I see that one too as well.
A movie I saw that neither of these two have seen yet is Prisoners.
I want to see that.
That was just a really good movie, and we're talking about Jake Gyllenhaal, Hugh Jackman. It was really complex, and it was really hard to watch too, because there were some really hard scenes, and the plot really kind of gets wrapped up in the whole time. You're struggling to figure out basically who did it, but there's some people that know, and there's some people that the pieces just don't add up, and then at the end it weaves together really well. But it's a movie that doesn't get a lot of love because its ending is really. It's not that typical clear-cut ending. Yeah. It's a little bit more complex than that. And
stay out of spoiler territory. I haven't seen this one yet.
Yeah, I'm trying not to spoil it, but it's something that it leaves you hanging a little bit in a sense, and it's one of those.
Doesn't finish you off.
Pretty much, it's like a
bad massage.
Just like girl.
But it's one of those things that a lot of people just don't like because they can't handle how complex it is, but. It's really worth a watch.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I'm looking to watch here coming up soon.
It was really good.
So if you had to pick one movie, best of 2013, what would it be?
Gravity.
Yeah.
Gravity for both you guys?
You haven't seen it, Tyler.
I have not seen it.
It was by far the best created visually picture I've ever seen in my life.
They did the whole thing before they put the actors in, didn't they?
Yes.
Wasn't that
They rendered everything before they put the actors in.
And for all of the floating in space that they did, I think only 2 scenes were filmed underwater. So to make that image so perfectly was just amazing. I thought it was just
the movement is so fluid. You forget that they're not in space. You could literally be convinced that the whole thing's actually filmed in space.
Did you guys see it in 3D?
It was
IMAX 3D.
IMAX 3D.
Did you guys both see it in IMAX
3D? Whatever. We saw it in a very nice movie theater.
Oh, we're talking like leather seats. Oh, it's just
it's the waitress who gave you the
No. It was actually that movie theater it's too bad since I've gone there so frequently now that
spoils me.
It spoils me. So when I went to the local movie theater, I was uncomfortable.
I know. I know. How
I felt so spoiled.
But just talking about Gravity. At the beginning, I'm a person that likes a realistic movie, and one thing that one thing that I wasn't very happy with is there's a few unrealistic parts at the beginning, especially I think that initial meteor shower, when she's sent off a little bit, but we don't want to spoil too much at all, but oh god, it is just it's a real ride of a movie, but it plays on a lot of different things, and it's really just really well made.
It's the one movie if I would suggest go out and buy the Blu-ray.
Oh,
don't rent it on DVD. Don't try
watch it alone if you could too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think
it was an immersive experience.
Unbiased.
Yeah.
Look at the TV.
Oh, it was good.
Get yourself some popcorn.
All right, now Tyler wants to talk about one of the not.
Oh yeah,
have you seen it?
I have.
Oh, thank God.
I have seen it.
I've seen it too.
Do you remember the part where? So this is what happened. Jake will be able to remember this, but there's a part in The Purge. I don't know if you guys have heard this. America's doing great, and it's all because you can just go out and just kill everyone one night. And the part that messed with me, and I couldn't get over for the entire movie, was when the boyfriend of the daughter You remember what I'm talking about? The boyfriend of the daughter
goes
to talk to. He sneaks in when the purge is happening. If you guys don't know, the purge is where 24 hours every one day a year, crime is totally legal, so you can do whatever you want. But there's one scene where the son, the boyfriend of the daughter, sneaks into the house during the purge, and he says, "No, I'm just gonna go talk to your dad," and just tries to kill him.
Yeah.
And then the dad kills the girl's boyfriend, and then no one addresses it for the rest of the movie.
What? And
that's it. That's all that happens. It's like, okay, and I couldn't get over it for the entire movie.
People may interpret this as being like a spoiler to the movie, but this was such a non-event in the movie. It was amazing.
It happened like 15 minutes in, and no one mentioned it for the rest of the movie.
And it wasn't until the very last scene where they were dragging his body. I'm like, holy shit, I forgot he died.
Yeah.
And the daughter didn't even give a shit. She just went on her own the entire movie.
Are you kidding?
No.
It was
such a bad... Yeah, and the dumb... Oh my god. You've seen the trailer, right? The kid who looks like a chick is like, hey, maybe we should kill someone tonight.
Hey, Mom and Dad, you're going to kill anyone tonight?
I know you saw this part where the kid's kid who looks like a chick's at the dinner table was like, Dad, are we going to kill anyone tonight?
So I don't even understand the whole, like, how do they get into... Okay, so they're, like, in their little rich bitch house, right?
Yeah. And the kid...
Suburban America.
This bitch-ass kid's like, hey, let's let this person into that...
Who is the person?
The person is...
Someone they're being hunted.
Before we even talk about that, we need to talk about how... If this purge does so much good and unemployment's at like less than 1%, how come there's this homeless guy they're chasing around in the first place?
You want to know why unemployment's at 1%?
Why?
Because they go off and kill all the unemployed people.
Was that does make sense? Yeah, but
actually, I just made that up. Is that?
No, that makes
no. It
sense.
does make sense because they said they target and they called them like swine and stuff and like these like the
that's probably
okay.
But
okay, so how does he get in the house?
The bitch ass kid. The bitch ass kid.
He gets like shot in the leg or the
homeless girl or a guy.
It's a
like
guy,
a retired army vet, African American, gets like shot in the leg and they're like chasing him. He's like, anyone help? And the kid's like, oh my god, garage door open and like let the kid in.
Oh my god. So he lets this guy into the house.
And then the rest of the movie is the supreme upper class trying to break into the house to kill this guy.
Yep, that's it.
Why?
Wearing animal masks.
Yeah, like pig masks.
Oh, speaking of pig masks, have you guys ever seen... It's a movie... husband and wife in The Strangers. That's what it's called. You guys seen The Strangers?
Thank God I haven't seen that. That looks scary.
I'm a big fan of horror movies.
This year?
I'm not, dude.
I've always been.
I'm
this
a big fan
until
I try to go to sleep.
Yeah, and that's the fun of it. That's the
That's
ride.
not fun though.
And The Strangers, to me, it had such a.
Can we talk about the best movie?
All right, so we've agreed that the best movies, Gravity. I know you haven't seen it. I would highly suggest watching it.
My vote's towards Captain Phillips, but there's a lot of really great movies.
And it's one of those movies. Runners up, I like Catching Fire a lot. I never read the books, but from what I understand, it's pretty damn consistent, except the ending of the Catching Fire movie is a little different than the ending of the book. I think the book goes on a little bit longer.
I couldn't remember just because the books all blend together for me. But the movie was really, really well made. I just think that it pales in comparison to Gravity. That's just the reality of it. Now, that being said, I still think Catching Fire could have easily been in the top couple movies of the year. But
it's supposed to be like The Empire Strikes Back for Hunger Games, isn't it?
You said that before I saw it, and that might have played it up a little bit. But
it's what I read
long,
online.
You know, I think the issue really is that it takes so long for them to get into the actual Hunger Games.
That's what I didn't like about the book. It took so long.
I know, and you feel it in the movie theater, and everyone. I mean, you just like you can hear the guy just eating his popcorn, just waiting for some action.
The old popcorn trick.
So let's maybe take on a different tangent of media and maybe talk about the best TV show we've seen this year. To me, there's a clear answer, and there's not even a debate, but. What do you feel was the best show this year?
You know, I didn't watch too much TV this year. But the one show I did watch and I stuck with really well would be The Walking Dead.
Are you caught up?
I'm almost there. But it was really good.
Talk about a boring season of The Walking Dead. Season 4 should be just oh my god.
I mean,
really?
But it makes it seem more entertaining because in my opinion, season 3 was one of the worst seasons.
Season 3 was horrible.
I mean, that whole...
if they kept at season 1, level...
Even the 6 episodes... I would much rather watch 6 episodes where they're like, it's a new event each episode. Like, one of my favorite episodes of a TV show ever is the season finale of season 1 when they're
in the CDC.
That was just incredible, and I
so much happens in 60 minutes.
Yeah. And it was so much more motion now.
Oh.
It's such a non-event. The prison, or not the prison.
When someone dies, I'm like, I don't even know where they introduce this person.
Yeah.
The whole farm story. I wanted to.
Okay, this is the real problem. Is they took the same amount of action that was in 6 episodes, and stretched it over 13 episodes, and so like you lose just what makes it special, and it becomes just kind of like a normal TV show again.
So just now.
Yeah, we want to talk.
Well, no, actually, I agree with you guys. It might not have seemed that same way to me, because I went through about 2 seasons in the last few bit, no commercials.
See, I did the
same thing. Season 4 I watched in pretty much 2 days.
And you really didn't like it?
Well, I mean, it's important to note that season 4 is only half over. It was the mid-season finale. And the last episode I thought was extremely well done, and it was but it was the first episode where there's any action. And what annoys me about The Walking Dead, I'm not going to say it or spoil it at all. It's the second time they did this. They did this last season too. That they have so much of a story, and it involves Rick and the main characters, and then they have 1 or 2 episodes where they're not involved at all.
I don't know. It's kind of refreshing.
I
like it.
It annoyed me. Last season they went back and they saw the guy that was in the very first episode. The African American guy.
Yeah. I know, and his son too, but his son,
Yeah, well, we don't need to talk about it.
Yeah, sorry, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
you two. What movies you guys, or I'm sorry, TV shows?
I'll go the worst to the best.
Okay.
I cannot talk about how big of Dexter fans we are, and I still haven't finished it. I'm going to finish it in the near future. But it was horrible this year.
I don't think it was horrible. I think it wasn't the best. I think, they're trying to wrap up just a show that has so many loose ends.
Yeah.
And so many complex things.
They go into the final season, they're like, shit.
I think that's on it. I mean, they're like, how do we
decide to bring in new things?
And you haven't seen it tied together
I
yet.
haven't. And
so that's why I just...
and I can't speak on it, but I was so annoyed when they brought the blonde girl back. Because it did not need to happen.
God, what's her name?
I don't know, but... Anyways.
Hannah. Yeah, I think it's good they bring her back, because it's kind of just lame to just leave it at wait, where did Hannah go? You gotta watch the end.
I will. It's definitely my next what I'm watching now. I mean,
I don't know. You can't count out Dexter. Now that being said, I mean, nothing for me will ever beat season 2 of Dexter.
Season 2 of Dexter is good. I like
the trash bags. Oh my god! The second I saw those trash bags discovered by the police, I was like, Dexter, how are you gonna get out of this one, man?
It was extremely well done, and the story, the Dokes Dexter story was so well done.
I'm so sad they killed him off so early. Well, okay, we're hoping that you're a little farther than that.
And even if not, it's such a phenomenal show. And seasons 1 through 4 are on Netflix now.
Yeah,
I think they're adding 5 through 7 in the near future. It's an extremely well done show. I highly recommend watching the.
What was your good show?
Absolutely Breaking Bad with no... It was so well done this season.
Okay, they nailed it. Now, that being said, they killed it.
Yeah, and what they did, and it as a consumer, I mean, it sucks that we're not getting more of it, but
I'm not even mad.
They ended the show at its peak.
Oh, they ended it at a perfect
time. It climaxed so perfect. I cannot talk about... The last 3 episodes were... phenomenal.
They were so good, and they were so careful to tie every loose end, and they did it in a manner that was oh wow, that's not what I was expecting, and they did everything, and they did it really well, and you gotta, I mean,
they made you climax.
They did, but I mean the writers and what's his name, who's Rob Gilligan or something like that.
Yeah, the writer.
Vince Gilligan.
Vince Gilligan.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta hand it to that guy.
Making a spin-off, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a Netflix original series.
Wow, really?
Yeah, Better Call Saul. And it's
about
the lawyer before he met Walter White.
He's a good actor.
He's a good actor.
I mean, you have to realize, he
anything?
plays being the slime bag. He's not just a slime bag.
Was he in anything before Breaking Bad?
I don't know.
You know what? That brings up a good point when you were talking about how it's going to be a Netflix original series. Netflix and Hulu are starting to get some really cool original actual TV shows.
I didn't know Hulu had any.
Yeah, Hulu.
What does Hulu have?
Hulu is just launching this one show. It's a British show about this guy, and he just a normal guy. And he gets involved in this criminal empire just by picking up like a wrong bag. But it's not going for the serious vibe. It's a totally hilarious kind of comedy type thing. And I think it's really interesting how Netflix and Hulu are pushing the new platforms by actually offering original content, especially with the new season that they just brought on Netflix.
What's it called, Matthias? You like the show? Netflix has made the new series.
It's the one Kajursti loved and made me watch.
Which one? I haven't watched any of the Netflix original series.
Well, no, it's a series they picked up. I don't remember what it's called.
Just for one season, they released it all at once.
Oh, Modern Development. What's it called?
Arrested Development.
Arrested Development.
That's what
you're talking about Arrested Development?
Well, they picked it up. Netflix
Arrested
produced
Development's
it.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
They just help with the 4th season.
Yeah, we were talking about Saul Goodman.
Such a good. The last season wasn't.
Bob Odenkirk. I don't know how you pronounce his name. He did some Saturday Night Live.
He did something though. Hold on, let me try to find it. I feel like he was in Weeds or something.
I think there is an actor that looks like him. I don't think it's him though.
Are they bringing Weeds back?
No, and
you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Brother from Weeds.
Oops.
House of Cards was the other one I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That one's supposed to be absolutely phenomenal.
I watched the first episode. It was good, but the thing, cable is in 1080i, and House of Cards is produced in 1080p. And I was watching it just in my bedroom on just a normal HD TV, and it was like so much different and like so much crispier. Is that the word?
Crispier. It was a
I don't know. Yeah,
delicious cracker.
It was just so.
Use
it
that
looked.
in an eye.
Yeah, sorry. it looked great, but yeah, it's interesting because where are we going to draw the line? Are these TV shows that they're making, or are these?
Yeah.
But are they? But what defines as a TV show? Does it have to? Because none of these are going to air on television.
More than one? Like is Star Wars a TV show?
No.
The miniseries. It's pretty obvious it's a TV show.
I want us just to go all digital everything.
Do you buy your games digital?
I'm starting to because I can't because
I will once I get the Xbox One.
GameStop. Oh, they're going out of business.
Well,
they lost about $1 billion. How much money did they lose in the course of 1 year?
Well, they're losing tons of money. I mean, we talked about how much their stock pricing has dropped when the announcement that Xbox
it's like
One
Blockbuster. I mean,
yeah, because everyone's going all digital. I mean, you have all these different platforms. You got Netflix releasing all these fantastic movies. Hemlock Grove is another good one. I saw a little bit of that. I actually really liked it. And then you've got Hulu coming up with its own stuff, and you got Amazon Prime. Blockbuster's trying to do an on-demand service, and it's
Redbox is too.
Yeah, Redbox is. It is so much more convenient.
But what's going to be annoying is when you have all of these. Historically, cable was one subscription charge, and you get the channels you pay for one bill. I mean, it's going to be hard to say, I want Netflix for $8 a month, Hulu for $15 a month, and I mean...
But there's so much overlap, too. It's a hard thing to justify.
Well, are you subscribed to any of them?
I'm subscribed to Netflix.
What about you?
Netflix and Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I have Amazon Prime as well.
Same.
Well, I mean...
But do you go to Amazon Prime to watch TV?
No, it's just for the 2-day shipping, man.
Right.
I do movies. New movies that aren't on Netflix yet, I get from Amazon
I see
or Blockbuster
stuff.
On Demand.
But you know, you can look at my Blu-ray. I'm a little bit of a junkie, so I usually have the new movies.
Yeah, but I'm starting to lose sight of why we need discs.
Oh, I feel you, but there's something about having 1080p. You just don't get that quality when you stream.
As long as you get a good connection. I mean, my connection's shit everywhere in my house.
But that brings another question. I mean. Right now, are you subscribed to Comcast, Tyler?
No, I'm a Dish.
I'm Comcast.
I'm Comcast too.
Yeah, that's why my service is
in our area, Comcast is essentially the only viable.
Monopoly.
It's a monopoly. There is Frontier. And
that's actually me.
I had
Frontier for internet.
I cannot talk about how bad Frontier was when I had it.
Frontier sucks.
That being said,
I won 2 down is what I think my internet connection is.
Is it really that bad?
2 down.
I think I had 30 down.
Yeah, we have 30
Fuck
down.
all y'all.
But Comcast is horrible, and it's a monopoly, and they drive up their prices.
Well, they're not horrible.
Really?
But
I would kill for Comcast.
They have the lowest approval ratings. They're behind
Frontier
the IRS. And, I'm not even joking. In customer satisfaction, they're behind the IRS.
Wow, that's shitty.
I hope that alternatives, Google Fiber.
You know what? I was reading an article on Google Fiber, and you know what Google Fiber is actually meant to do? It's meant to kick Time Warner Cable's ass into making them bring their services up. Because what the deal was, what Google did was they're going into, was it Kansas City?
They did Kansas City and Austin.
They're trying to show consumers that you can get way better connections at a way lower price, and that's supposed to light a fire under the ass of Time Warner Cable to start bringing up their internet connections. Because what the deal is...
So they're just trying to promote competition, basically.
Yeah, because they also own all the TV stations and a great majority of these cable networks. And if internet service goes up, people are going to go all digital, which brings their Time Warner Cable's sales in the cable world down. So that's why they're not raising up the internet connection. That's the same reason why they throttle YouTube connections, because they don't want people to be watching all this.
So
shit
they're
on
just
the
basically
internet.
trying to move against them and
show
that, hey, like, you could be providing services at a way higher level.
And Google,
that's good though.
Google's they have the capital and they can bring Google Fiber to a great majority of America, but they're not doing it because they just want to promote internet, and in the end that helps them. I mean, they're an internet company, but
sure.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm just wondering, when we're on the topic of digital games, especially, if you go onto Xbox One, they have every game that is sold is now digital as well, but the price is often higher than it is on Amazon. And it's to preserve their relationship with the retailers. And I just don't understand why they would want to do this. Why wouldn't Xbox or Sony, why wouldn't they want to undercut the retailers?
How much is it on their...
Amazon, the Xbox One games are about $50. And that just...
Well, that was just because of their promo.
Well, they still are.
I know, but I'm saying now they're $50 because people buy like 10 of them and then they like sell them. Like, it's just like an Amazon thing. Like, once you sell something at a price, you're basically doomed to have to sell it at that price later.
Like, oh shit!
But why wouldn't Xbox, a company that, I mean, they make more money. Not only when you sell an Xbox game through GameStop, they get a portion of the profit, but money goes to GameStop, money goes to the shipping costs, blah blah blah. Why wouldn't Microsoft, as a company, take that $15 that GameStop makes, pass the savings on to the customer?
Pass the savings on to you!
I think they like money. I think that's what I'm going to go with. They
I
enjoy
agree.
money. I don't
people,
know if
I mean, think about how easy it is and how much people want to be able to use that feature just to buy it right away. I mean, you talk about, you get the product right away. You don't have to wait. You don't have to deal with discs and all that. And, I mean, it's only $10 extra. But that being said, if Amazon can have a sale like that and then force Microsoft to lower their prices, then it looks bad on their part, because basically you need to have a strong price, Yeah. I feel like having a strong, price at $60 is part of, just your company image.
You're paying for the convenience of what you're doing.
You're paying for the convenience, but also Microsoft, I mean, they can't falter in price just after the release. They have to have, like, the whole still, like, wow, that's a $60 game kind of thing.
360 did not make profit. I think it was like 3 years in.
Well, I mean, creating a console costs so much money.
Yeah, it costs so much money.
The Xbox One costs about $480 to ship to the store. The Sony actually takes a loss on each one of the PS4s sold, and that's just because they plan on making the money back from the game.
Do they really take a loss?
Yeah. I mean, the Kinect cost like $500 million to make. And they made the money back on the Kinect. I mean, the Kinect...
If you've ever played Rise of Nightmares, it seemed like it's not good. I have played it.
I could not.
I've also played motion sports for real. It's awesome.
Do you know there's a game called like Deca Action Sports or something like that? I'm not even joking you. And it's spelled the same way as the marketing organization.
If you're not in Deca, go be in Deca. Deca's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, we are big fans. See,
Deca Sports
Deca
Extreme.
Sports.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Oh, it's in Europe. That's
no. I've played the game.
Sports Island. Okay, cool.
Wow, that looks so crappy.
Oh my god.
It looks like a updated version of Wii Sports.
Now,
did you know? This is kind of bullshit, but Wii Sports is the best-selling game of all time.
Well, yeah,
it's accessible for everyone.
Because I'll tell you what.
Do you know what the second one is?
What?
Kinect Adventures.
Yeah,
Kinect Adventures. Not Kinect Sports. I fucking love Kinect
Sports. Didn't come with the thing.
Yeah, Kinect Adventures comes with the console.
Yeah,
with
that's why Hexic HD is up on the list. I mean, like, no one's like, holy shit, I gotta go buy Hexic. Like, it came with the Xbox 360.
Yeah, that's so true. I remember like being like, wow, that looks pretty good,
and it was good.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, for the time period. I mean, it was like.
How do you guys feel about the Kinect?
I'm the only one here that owns an Xbox One, and most of the games I have Kinect integration, but the primary purpose of the Kinect that I've been impressed with is the voice commands. Have you seen any like demos of it?
I mean, it's
Not
like
of Kinect too.
Xbox, suck my dick.
No, but pretty much. But it's so... I've been amazed how responsive it is. And
really?
Yeah. Like, I'm actually, like, genuinely impressed with how it's performed.
Have you played Rise of Nightmares yet?
No, I haven't.
He's working on it.
I really, really suggest playing
Rise
of Nightmares.
Alright, so that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to best games of the year. I think that's probably going to be... I mean, it's a little bit more of a debatable topic, I guess.
Mexicokes?
Yeah, excuse us right now. We gotta pop a little bit of bottles.
What kind of bottles?
Mexican Cokes, the finest, imported from Mexico, cane sugar. So, I think one game that I want to start off talking about that I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and say I think it's my favorite game of the year, but it's not fair to talk about because these two haven't played it yet. And that's going to have to be The Last of Us. And that's a PS3 exclusive.
It makes me really
mad. Had me crying in the first hour of the game. And I'm not even kidding. I played it alone, thank God, so I wasn't embarrassed. But, wow, talk about a game that just captures, the art of storytelling along with the gameplay. And, I mean, of course, it's PlayStation 3, one of the last games that's made for it. The best graphics I've seen yet. And that's including, seeing Xbox One gameplay. But,
That's from Naughty Dog too, and Naughty Dog keeps just putting out hits.
They just kill it, dude. They are on like a whole nother level of just like
Naughty Dog's the reason I'm thinking about just purchasing a PS3 on the cheap after
it's actually not a bad idea.
After the new consoles come out, because I mean you've got all the Uncharted's, you've got Last of Us, and there's one more that I want to play on.
Heavy Rain.
No,
Heavy Rain's good.
Heavy Rain.
No,
I've seen a playthrough of Heavy Rain.
It's so good. You are dumb if you think it's bad just because it's
okay.
It's
definitely a leap.
It's better than you think. You just saw a bad part of the game.
No, I saw the whole game. I watched a playthrough front to back because I did.
Tyler, it was how long ago was this?
It was a lot. I can show you the episodes. If you guys haven't heard of Two Best Friends Play, it's a good one. If you guys haven't heard of Prespawn, another good one.
Yeah, it's worth noting that the same makers of this podcast also have a YouTube channel, just as new and shitty. It's youtube.com/ThePrespawn. And
ThePrespawn.
Prespawn was taken, and
what a surprise!
Should we talk about? I don't know. Prespawn was a website that I made in my sophomore year of high school. It still exists. It's still this shit, but
we do what we can.
Yeah, let's keep on the game talk though.
There was no good Xbox exclusives this year. I don't think. What?
Grand Theft Auto.
What was an Xbox?
That's not exclusive. Well, did Halo 4 come out this year?
No, that was 2012.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you think, Jacob?
What's your take on the year, Jacob?
I really like Grand Theft Auto 5 until we got to online.
It was a disappointment.
Really?
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto Online.
You guys didn't like it?
No, I mean, what we do is fun, but we could have done that in GTA 4.
Yeah. Well, what pisses me off, actually, is that they took the parts that we liked about GTA 4 out of the game. I mean, how hard would it be to put a cops and robbers mode into the game?
It's supposed to be coming, and I haven't seen anything about it. No, you know what really pisses me off?
The leveling system.
You can't get into games with your friends without it just being the biggest hassle. Yeah. And once you're in there, you're not even on the same team. Are you kidding me?
They tried to make
Rockstar
it really
play some Modern Warfare 3 and just take a few hints for Christ's sake.
Rockstar really fucked up. And I tell you, they pushed back the release date of online 2 weeks to avoid having everyone online at once.
That was really
But that did
annoying.
the opposite of the effect, because what that means is that everyone's looking forward to a second release date, so everyone's trying to get... I didn't get into the game until 3 days later.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you have it on the first day, some people are campaign people, they're going to play campaign. Some people online.
And that allows you to expand. Probably
not the case.
The worst launch of an online game since SimCity.
SimCity.
Was that this year?
It was this year. No, it was about
March.
A month before the Xbox One had their whole DRM fiasco, and that's why everyone
You're right.
shit their pants.
That's what it was that time.
Oh, yeah.
SimCity. Oh god. And plus, both companies handled it so poorly. And Rockstar still has, for as great of a company they are, they have the worst public relations I've ever seen. There is, right now, they've had issues with hackers, especially in this PS3 version, and instead of trying to fix... This bothered me. Call of Duty did the same thing in Modern Warfare 2. Instead of trying to fix the issue, they're punishing the people that are the victims of being hacked and giving $6 billion in the game. That's not how you fix the thing.
That's funny because Rockstar can just be like, "Yeah, we should put out another Grand Theft Auto," and everyone's like, "Oh, okay."
But they have. When was the last time they put out a bad game?
Oh, they make good games,
yeah.
but I mean,
I don't remember
they've
last
never
time.
been good at multiplayer though.
Oh, I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Okay,
That's a
4
tough
was
one.
good. 5 had great, but like there's like 2 or 3 key things, and then it could be so much better.
Honestly, I hated the leveling system.
Well, the leveling system's horrible.
Because what am I gonna? I'm gonna go grind in like a random mission to get experience so I can buy a machine gun.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm like,
And
I've put in like 25 hours online, and I still can't even buy a sniper rifle.
The monetary system in that game sucks because for a long time they fixed it 4 or 5 weeks into online. We were afraid to fuck off because if we die, we lose such a great amount of money.
Like $7,000 if it death, and that's a lot of money. I mean, you're talking like you play a mission, get $7,000, and then you
and there's no way to avoid it. There's no way to just I want to fuck around with my friends. There's none of that mode.
Yeah, there really just needs to be just like a hey, let's not mode.
Yeah, that would have absolutely been my clear cut game of the year had it not been for the falters on. Now, let me say, I enjoyed the single player so much.
It is.
Yeah, we're not
such
doing
a good game.
enough justice right now.
It was a very. I mean, especially for the last game of the generation.
Yeah,
going out,
that was
using the
fantastic
technology that existed in 2005.
Yeah, you got to give them that.
It was an incredibly well done.
Yeah. So if I were to touch on my favorite game of this past year, I watched a lot more older movies than I did play games. But the one game that I did play that I liked more than any of the other ones I did play was Grand Theft Auto 5. This single player was amazing, but there's multiplayer problems. I mean, I don't really have too much to say.
Really, really cool idea, dude.
That was unique,
awesome,
dude.
All right, well, you guys already
said that was really unique.
I didn't get a chance to share my opinion.
Go ahead right now.
Well, no, I mean that's it. We covered it.
All right, moving on.
My vote's gonna go to Infinite though.
Infinite?
And it's so close between Grand Theft Auto 5 and Infinite. I'm gonna catch a lot of flack for this.
Infinite,
I did not like BioShock 1 or 2.
Okay, yeah, I still don't understand how you didn't like BioShock 1 or 2. Those were such good games.
BioShock 1 was really fucking good.
They're both so good, and they're so...
I don't know why I didn't like
cooler than whatever the Columbia. Rapture's way cooler.
But anyway, BioShock Infinite was an incredible piece of storytelling, and I never thought that. No, but I've never felt so involved in a game, like literally enthralled in the world. What are you looking up?
Nothing.
Yeah, I know what you mean, though. Columbia was awesome, and I mean, you're moving around and things are floating, and then you're like, oh, let me just casually grapple on. Awesome, and it was beautiful too. The light, the way they used light in that game was just awesome.
Plus, they have a reversible cover.
Yeah,
because everyone shitted their pants about the cover art that they chose.
You're right. The reversible cover is really what got the panties.
Hey, I liked it.
Got the girls moist.
But
proper moist.
Moving on, great game, great storyline, confusing ending, but I think
it's
still worth it.
We're not absolutely. I would never want to spoil this game, but for those who have played it and for those who are going to play it, there's a scene where you reminisce old memories. I don't know how to say it without spoiling it, but
don't spoil it. Just shut up about that.
You go back and it's like the biggest holy shit that just happened moment.
Yes, but that being said, to anyone that's a critic of maybe the ending being unclear or they think it didn't tie together well, I mean, just like. Would you have really been that pleased if it just ended like every other game ends? You have to understand that it's trying to do something different, and for that, I really appreciate it. And I thought it was really good. I thought it was original. I thought they were able to make the gameplay different than Rapture.
Yeah.
And I don't really know what else I would have wanted to see from them. The DLC is also fun. I played the first one.
You go back to Rapture, don't you?
You do go back to Rapture, and they do an awesome job of. It's like a prequel. It's a prequel to BioShock 1 and 2 in the sense that like you're down there at a time before Rapture goes to hell, and it is just so cool. I mean, they're on their own for just creating the best environments and decorating and the artwork, but yeah, it was just a great masterpiece.
So we're probably pretty divided on the game of the year. Like I said, I would recommend anyone who hasn't played Grand Theft Auto or BioShock Infinite, especially as the new generations come out, those games are going to be cheap used. Go out, go on eBay, go to wherever, try them out.
Yeah, and I think the moral of the story today is, right now BioShock Infinite is actually $13.99 on Xbox Live. I mean,
yeah,
for this week,
we just saw that.
Buy BioShock Infinite. Do yourself a favor. it's the holiday season. Don't tell me you're not going to have some time to play some Xbox.
Like, if you're not giving Kwanzaa gifts at this point, I don't know what you're doing.
Get your hands on a copy of Gravity as soon as it gets out.
Is it out on DVD?
I think it comes out soon. I could have sworn it comes out soon.
Try Blu-ray.
You won't regret it. I don't know if you have to red box it because you don't want to put the down payment on that bad boy, but I'm talking like pay the extra $1 for Blu-ray at Redbox.
Want to put that shit on layaway?
Yeah, just Redbox. You have a layaway program.
Hit the bay if you need to. Like, seriously, watch the movie.
You can Pirate Bay that movie if you need to. It is just phenomenal. And on the TV front, I don't know, man. You do you. But
one thing that I think we might want to talk about is the most anticipated game coming up this next year with the new console cycle.
Oof,
it's Titanfall, probably.
Titanfall?
Titanfall's the Xbox One exclusive.
Destiny looks really good.
Destiny looks good. I wasn't impressed with the news trailer. Like, where it showed gameplay. But that being said, Bungie is incredible, and they're going to make an amazing game.
I don't know, though.
Bungie what game have they let you down with?
No, I thought they had...
okay, that's what I thought.
ODST. That was a letdown.
That was actually...
That was shit.
See, I didn't hate ODST. But after Halo 3, they can't go from Halo 3 and put it... Oh, fuck Halo Wars, too.
No, I love Halo Wars. I still play Halo Wars.
I'm going to take that back. ODST wasn't as bad as
I liked it.
It was good because, oh my god, the storyline was really cool.
Yeah. But
the storyline was cool.
What they shouldn't have done.
And like the whole dark, it's different.
I like what they tried to do, but I don't think they hit it.
It wasn't a Halo game.
They should have done it not Halo.
Yeah. And see, that's the problem I have with Destiny. I thought they were going to do something totally different. I was like, oh, guys in spacesuits shooting aliens.
No, Halo takes...
Sounds familiar.
No,
Halo!
But they're completely different.
Not Halo.
Destiny's more Borderlands than it is a Halo.
Yeah, I just wish they went a little different. But I mean...
Oh, Borderlands 2 came out this year.
Oh, you know what? That did come out. And I
boring.
I played a lot of that game.
Did you beat it?
No.
I played a good portion of it, and
was the ending better? Tell me that.
Oh, it was better. Borderlands one of the worst endings of any video game ever.
I don't think there can be a worse ending. You work towards the whole thing, and then they're like,
hey, guess what? The fucking vault's not real. Or what was it?
The vault's like empty. You just don't even see the vault. You don't even know.
Sealed.
Hey, if you haven't beaten Borderlands...
honestly, like, this is not a spoiler.
You're listening to a video game podcast.
Well, no, if you haven't beaten Borderlands, you're a bitch. It came out like 4 years ago. Go beat it.
Borderlands... But that being said, it was the only co-op game this year, wasn't it?
No, there's...
big release co-op game.
Sure.
Well,
I mean, I don't know if you consider, like, Gears of War...
Judgment came out this year.
That came out...
Didn't play it.
I didn't either.
How can a game... Oh, God, I can't... Whenever I buy a game that seems that... I pay the $6 sticker price for a game I'm excited about, it always seems that game's, like, for $12, like, in a month from now. But the games that I hold off for never drop in price. Judgment, on the other hand, is, like, $11 already.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pick it up.
But we need to play through 3 first.
Yeah, I never finished 3.
I don't even know how...
We started
right there. Still haven't finished it.
So for your upcoming, you say Titanfall. What about you?
I obviously haven't played any of them. Titanfall, I like Destiny. Destiny, I'm looking forward to, is a game that all three of us are going to play through together. And
what was the one on horseback?
The Order 1886?
No.
Metal Gear Solid.
Oh, Metal Gear Solid game. I forgot about that.
Did you ever play 4?
I didn't play any of them.
Perfect 10 on 9 gen.
Good game. It's the first Metal Gear that's on Xbox, right?
Yeah, it's the first one. It's always been
I'm excited for that.
A Sony thing. That's a good one.
I'm excited to see what Sony offers too.
I don't know if I'll get a Sony though.
They had a poor release showing.
Well, I think everyone had a poor release showing. Xbox didn't have anything.
Xbox had a little.
Forza got good reviews. Dead Right. See, I just
Dead Rising supposed to be good. Xbox release games could not be more disappointing for me. There is nothing I want to play.
Peggle 2.
You know what?
Peggle 2 came out this week. I fucking love it.
See, I love Peggle, but I'm not trying to buy
$12. The best purchase I made.
See, $12, but I have to pay $500 to play Peggle.
Oh, I know. It's an entry fee. And I'm not saying buy the Xbox for Peggle 2. What I'm saying...
Everyone go buy your Xbox One for Peggle
2. When does Destiny come? Destiny doesn't come out for a while.
2015,
comes out... No. It's November of next year. Titanfall comes out in March, I believe. Yeah,
that's still so long, though. I mean, like, what are the...
What they're doing is interesting. Quantum Break...
Oh, I'm iffy on Quantum Break.
I really like... I mean, obviously we don't know anything about it, but the presentation I thought was cool. And what they're doing is it's very...
Oh, you mean a good trailer means a good game?
No, we've had that discussion before. From now, here on forth, we're going to refer to it as the Dead Island effect. We were just talking about this before we started the podcast. That Dead Island...
The fucking best trailer ever. It was so good.
Absolutely.
idea, creativity. Artistic.
It looked like the most beautifully crafted. It
looked like they put so much thought into it.
But the story was gonna be so good. I couldn't have been more like.
God. I was hyped. Can we talk about how there's
no like young girl in the entire game?
It's an Easter egg. You go in and there's an Easter egg.
She's not even in it. It's just the parents are dead.
Fuck the parents.
Yeah, it's the parents in the room. If you like at the very beginning. It was lamest.
It was a beautiful trailer, and they should have just made the trailer and then made the game around the trailer.
Yeah. That being said, Quantum Break is doing something interesting. It's very Walking Dead-esque in the point-and-click Telltale game. Is that it's in episode form, where you play for an hour to an hour 30, and then based on the decisions you made, there is a TV show that's 20 minutes long that's affected by the thing. And it's almost like the Pick Your Own Adventure books.
TV show.
But like, like, I made this choice, so I'm going to read X whatever. And I don't know, I guess they're doing a huge amount of work producing this.
I said, I'm a big fan of creativity. I'm a big fan of new stuff.
So you like creative stuff.
I
didn't.
What does that even mean?
I think you'd hate creative stuff. I hate creativity, guys.
No, I'm excited to see what they have to offer.
You say that like a joke, but people...
The
reason Call of Duty still exists.
Exactly what I was going to say. I mean, Ghosts.
No one's like, holy shit, look at the story of Call of Duty. Like, oh my god, it could not be a more forgettable campaign.
Oh, you want to play Team Deathmatch on a new console? Like, okay, like, super exciting. You just paid $500.
I bought Ghost. It's good. It's
a Call of Duty game. No, you know what you're going to get.
It's the best Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2. That being said, it's not as good as Modern Warfare 2. The story was alright. They have peaked.
It's like that kid in high school who peaks.
Yeah, he played football.
We're still peaking. I mean, like, we're at the precipice right now.
We're peaking?
Yeah.
I think we've got some ways to go up.
Are we, though?
Well, I don't know. I mean, when we release a podcast, we'll get 6 downloads in, like, the first year, and then we'll be like, we made it.
If you're listening to this... Wow.
It's like 2020.
Yeah.
It's impressive that you're 55
I
minutes
don't know how you found us.
Yeah. But no, I mean... So anyways, most anticipated game, we said Quantum Break, Titanfall, Destiny. Any big PS4 games coming out?
I don't know. I didn't look at that lineup.
The Order 1886.
That does look really cool.
That's the one I want to see.
No, you're right. I totally remember looking at that trailer. That looks really cool.
One more, I'm going to say is my most anticipated for the coming year. I don't know if it's coming out this year or next year. I think it might be next year. No. No. Tom Clancy's The Division.
Oh, I am absolutely looking forward to that.
That looks phenomenal.
No, it's not a Tom Clancy game.
This is good.
It is. Watch the trailer. Everyone watch the trailer right now. I mean, it's the E3 demo, so I mean, it's not going to be that.
It blew everyone away,
but it was like the game no one heard about. You're right. I'm looking forward to that the most. That and Watch Dogs. Yeah. 2 games we haven't mentioned.
Watch Dogs got delayed, didn't it?
Watch Dogs is in March. It was supposed to be out. It was supposed to already be out.
Oh, I mean, but I can live with that.
Yeah. One more thing. The Division. It's like post-apocalyptic New York City, but it's like the first.
It's like an MMO.
End of the world game where it's not zombies.
What are they?
It's just like everyone. There's like
it's just people.
Mass famine or something like that, and now people are just. I mean, the trailer is astonishing, and it's all.
It's an MMO type game, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like, hey, if you don't have friends, you're not going to enjoy this experience, type deal. Because the whole thing is like you're working in groups of people,
and you can
wait. So you work with your
your
friends.
Yeah, like if all 3 of us, we're going to set up camp somewhere, and this actually like occurs in the game. Like you set up camp, and like you can go attack other camps. You can trade with like other people, and it's a huge world. It looks
sounds cool, but it also sounds like it'd be like really time consuming, and like you'd have to be playing all the time.
I don't know.
It's like anything with any other game.
Watch a trailer after this. We cut this video. I mean, it's great.
So thanks for joining us today, guys. Though it's been a fun experience, and we hope you enjoyed it too. And look for
I hope we get lucky.
To come out.
Yeah,
we just want to be loved.
We enjoy doing this. I mean, we spent a good amount of time thinking about what we want to do, and this is something we all enjoy doing. So
catch us on ThePrespawn
on YouTube.
Catch us on our Bible Black podcast.
Yep.
Catch us on the Hub.
That one a little delayed.
Catch us on the Tube.
The Hub.
Which
Hub?
Oh, the porn.
We'll let you find that. Okay.
Red Hub and PornTube.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Hope you enjoyed the end of our year podcast. We'll see you in 2014, guys. Bye.
Bye.